What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We are playing through today with Slowpoke / Slowbro. Let the games begin. It's a little hippopotamus / pig Pokemon. I've watched Peppa Pig. It's definitely not a pig, but I think it's listed as a pig. Let's look at the stats of Slowpoke. Obviously, its name is going to imply something, so take that as you will. First, it's 90 HP, 65 attack, 65 defense, 40 special, and also 15 speed. So very slow Pokemon, but its stats are actually pretty solid across the board other than its speed. We evolve into Slowbro. Slowbro has a massive boost in all of its stats. The speed doubles is 30. Special is 80. If we were in Gen 2, special attack would be 100, which would be amazing, but that doesn't matter. Defense is 110. Attack is 75, and HP is 95. So the stats for this Pokemon are very solid, but that's not even the whole story. It's a very slow Pokemon, but even though it's slow, it makes up for it drastically with its moveset. Its level up moveset, we could probably win the game just with the level up moveset, if I'm being honest. Because we start out with a very good stab move, Confusion. We start at level 5, but we learn Confusion from the get-go. It's a 50 base power move. However, we are Psychic Water, so it's stab, so it's 1.5 times, so that's a 75 base power move to start the game. That's insane. 100% accuracy, 25 power points. We are going to blast through the early part of this game. No, it's kind of weird that we're saying that when we have such a slow Pokemon. The only thing that we got to worry about is we're going to go second a lot. It doesn't matter because Confusion is going to do a lot of damage. Level 18, we get Disable, which is pointless. At level 22, we get Headbutt. So Headbutt gives us a 70 base power normal move that does physical damage. So that's 70 base power. And then we have a 75 psychic move. And that's it. But wait, there's more. 27, we get Growl, which does nothing. We won't use it. But at 33, we get Water Gun. We'll probably get Water Gun long before that. We're not going to get to Mount Moon just at level 33. We're going to be at Mountain Moon probably level 22. So we're going to have a 75 base powered psychic move in Confusion. We're going to have a 70 normal power move in Headbutt. And then we're going to have a water move at 60 base power when we get Water Gun. And this is all by the time we get to Mount Moon. It's insane to me. Level 40, we get Amnesia. Amnesia helps us badge boost, so it boosts our stats. So that can compensate for our speed a little bit. And then 48, we get the most powerful psychic move in the game, Psychic. 90 base power, 100% accuracy. So with our boost, it's like 135 power. So that's just level up. So if we were just going to level up and play this game and not use any TMs, we would be in pretty good shape, to be honest with you. However, we get a level up moveset, and I've had to split it in half for the first time ever because it's such a broad move pool. So this is the moves we get. We get Body Slam that we could use, that I would use. Body Slam, Takedown, Double Edge. Probably not going to use any of us at Body Slam for a while until we get some of his other moves. We get Bubble Beam, Water Gun. Both of them are stab. We can get them right after Missy's Gem. So we have both of them right at Missy's Gem. And before we even get to the third gem, we're going to have Body Slam. So this is an insane moveset right here. Okay, Ice Beam and Blizzard are also two moves we can use. Probably won't use them until later. Maybe in Elite 4. We can also get Earthquake and Dig. So that's great because we can learn both of those moves early. I don't know if Dig will be if I'm going to save Dig and you give it to another Pokemon or what, but it's there. Psychic 29. So we'll get Psychic the TM long before we get Psychic the level up move. So we're going to have all that. Teleport, we don't need it. Mimic, we might need Mimic. It's possible. Bide, I might use Bide. It just because we're slow, it might counter if we get sand attacked by a Pidgey. So Bide may come in handy. Fire Blast. It's insane to me that we learn Fire Blast when our Pokemon is a water psychic Pokemon. That's insane to me that we learn Fire Blast with those circumstances. Swift, it would probably be useful for other Pokemon, but not for this one. We have literally the strongest moves in the game. Skull Bash, not going to use. Tri-Attack, not going to use. Surf. So here's like the moveset. You could probably look at this and tell you the end moveset. We have Amnesia, Surf. So there's two moves, and they're both Surf is stab. We can use Earthquake and Psychic, and even Blizzard. So it may be a rotation of Blizzard and another move, and maybe the TM for Psychic would come in handy. But yeah, this is going to be insane. This is probably one of the best move pools I've ever seen from a Pokemon. It does have slow speed. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. However, it definitely makes up for that moveset, or that slow speed, with this fantastic moveset. Let's go over the rules real quick. We can always use Slowpoke in battle. We can use other Pokemon for TMs, or for HMs, and to catch Pokemon for HMs. Running clock with 3 exemptions. We have one is the Lieutenant Surge's Gym, as usual. The other one is sometimes we get over encumbered. We can stop and go buy stuff and then come back and just do those things that aren't inducive to the plot of the game. We also, we don't need this either, but we could buy something from the game corner. We don't need to use that in this playthrough, though. No glitches or exploits. We're not allowed to use the Missingo glitch, the Pokédoll glitch. Badge boost glitch is okay because we can't help it. If someone leers us, it's going to initiate the badge boost. Or growls us, whatever, it's going to initiate badge boost. Okay? And no items in battle. I've been a little bit looser on this. Sometimes you run out of PP, so we can use that for power points. Like ethers and stuff. But we can't use it for like X attacks and X defense and things like that. I do want to, while I'm here, please follow my my social network, my social channels, at JD's Nerdverse on Twitter and JD's_nerd_verse, and subscribe on here. It really helps the channel. And I want everyone to comment what they think is going to happen with this playthrough. So though this is one of the slowest Pokemon in Gen 1, I think the slowest Pokemon in Gen 1 is actually or Snorlax. I think. I may be way wrong on that. Correct me down below if I'm wrong. But I think that's one of the slowest Pokemon in Gen 1. And this is no exception. However, I think it's going to be a pretty fast playthrough. I think this Pokemon is going to play through, and it's going to get somewhere between an hour and 15 hours and 25 minutes. With that move pool, and it's not that we just get that move pool late. It's we have a consistently good move pool throughout the entire game. So there's not too much I think is going to one-hit us. So we should be able to maintain throughout the entire course of the game and be strong throughout the whole game. I don't see where we're going to have a hiccup, other than maybe Lieutenant Surge because he has Electric, and maybe Erica. So that middle part of the game, but I can skip over Erica. I can skip over Lieutenant Surge for a while until I get a little bit stronger. But I'm also going to have Dig, and I'm also going to have Psychic moves to counter Erica. So yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good playthrough. What do you think down below? Comment, and then go back and revise your comment to see how close you were. But this is going to be a good playthrough. I'm very excited about this. So take it away, future JD.
Thanks, past JD. Welcome to JD's Nerdverse. Let the games begin. We are playing through with Pokidoki, or Slowpoke. I named him Pokidoki. There we go. We chose Bulbasaur as our rival's Pokemon. It's kind of a weird Pokemon to choose. He's grass poison, so the grass part does have an effect on our water part, but we're water psychic. So our psychic part affects his grass. But it was either that or Charizard, and I guess Squirtle might have been the most neutral one. But this Pokemon's pretty interesting. So, as I said in the prediction part of the video, this Pokemon does not... this Pokemon has a great moveset to start off the game. Confusion, very good move to start the game with. This Pokemon also has, overall, one of the best movesets I think I've ever seen in any playthrough. So I went over all that. Now, we just went straight for fights. We didn't grind in this. We didn't have to level up. We literally just went straight for fights. We fought Pokemon along the way that we encountered. We didn't skip over any. But we're 3 minutes in, and we're already at almost level 9. And we're already taking on these trainers in Vermilion Forest. Usually we grind for a little bit to get to a respectable level. And then we go take on Brock's gym. But in this case, we did not have to do that. In this case, we were able to just straight up fight everyone on the way. Really take no detours. Really don't have to grind for anything. So at 6 minutes just about, we face our rival. Now here's the problem with this Pokemon, and I got a correction to make. When I were in the prediction part of the video, I said that this is the second slowest Pokemon in Gen 1, or one of the slowest. It is the slowest Pokemon in Gen 1. So that creates some interesting challenges that, other Pokemon will have to deal with. So for example, right now, we are not going first. We're going to go second a lot. Doesn't happen very often in any of my playthroughs, but it is a fact that playing through this Pokemon, you're probably going to default to going second a lot. And what that means is you're subjected to other things, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. Let me get these battles over with in Brock's gym. So the Million Light Years trainer, Confusion will do a 2-shot, and actually doesn't happen often, but there's a Confusion, and there's a Confusion again. There's a Confusion attack can confuse you. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. All right, so we're level 12 going into Brock. It's probably one of the lowest levels I've gone to fought Brock with, to be honest. So we're not even at 9 minutes. I didn't even heal. I forgot to heal. So I actually started this battle like, great. Did I just, set myself up to be beat by Brock? So we get the knockout of Geodude, and Onix could probably knock me out if it used Bide, but it sets up some Screeches to lower my defense, and we get the knockout, and Wakanda forever! So we beat Brock, we get the Boulder Badge, and we're moving on to the next part of the game, Route 3. Now I'll talk about some challenges that come with this Pokemon. So, the fact that this Pokemon pretty much will always go second until we get higher level and we're able to badge boost and up our speed, presents interesting challenges. So, for example, I just got poisoned. If we go first, we have the potential to knock out that Pokemon before it can poison us, or paralyze us, or put us to sleep, or confuse us, or even damage us. So we're always opening ourselves up to take some form of damage in the shape of, it could have our attack loaded with a Tail Whip, or defense, or I'm sorry, attack is Growl, Tail Whip I think lowers your defense. So a lot of those things can happen. So like right now, we're fighting Ekans. Ekans could use Wrap, and if it continues to use his Wrap, we might not be able to attack at all. So that's just another example of the struggles of this Pokemon. So that's in-game issues. So if you're always going second, you leave yourself susceptible to those things. Okay? Taking damage, taking status conditions, so on and so forth. But here's the other thing that you have to deal with, that we've never had to deal with really with any other Pokemon on a consistent level, is whenever you have wild encounters. So this doesn't happen often, because any other time in the game I can use a Repel. I can just use a Repel and it scares off any Pokemon that's lower level than you, which usually is 90%, like all the Pokemon are lower level than you at any given point, because you have one Pokemon trying to progress through the game. So no wild Pokemon are usable, by the way. Are going to be able to attack you or a higher level than you at any point in the game with one Pokemon playthrough. So, with wild encounters, like for example, Mount Moon is tricky. Because Mount Moon has a boatload of Zubats. And Zubats will encounter you. Now, any other time with any other Pokemon, we just hit run away and we skip over the battle and move on. With Slowpoke, it doesn't happen that way. Slowpoke, it will straight up not go first, and it will straight up sometimes not be able to run away because it's not fast enough to run away. So you take damage from a random Pokemon you encounter, you have to take that damage, and that's a trade-off for this Pokemon, is because even though you're getting a great moveset early, you still could have random encounters with wild Pokemon that you're going to take 2 or 3 turns trying to run away, or you have to fight them and use a power point. So those are the trade-offs. So those are the trade-offs that you get with this Pokemon. Now, we've blasted through the first part of this game pretty easily. It's not very difficult, this part of the game. It usually never is. There's some Pokemon where it is, and some Pokemon we have to level up to get through this part, or we have to level up to get through Brock. Neither of those. So right here is an encounter where I'm trying to run away and I can't escape because I don't outspeed the opposition. So he can just keep whittling away at my health. So I just decide to knock him out, and that's the only way I can get out of that battle. Okay. So right here we get Water Gun. We can actually get Water Gun via level up, but we don't need to because we can pick up the TM for it. So and here's another encounter. So confusion. I just basically submitted my fate there. Now here's where I made a blunder. And this blunder is, it's not a big blunder. It's just I thought we could use Mega Punch, but we can't use Mega Punch to evolve in this Slowbro. And if you look at it, it makes sense. One of them's laying on the ground, like he's on all fours, and he's sitting upright right now in the picture I have, but he's usually laying down. And then Slowbro is standing up, so it makes complete sense that, yeah, and so I tried to teach Mega Punch. I was just like, what? I can do that. No, but I didn't use Mega Punch is good early, but it's not good late. We're not normal type, so it wouldn't add anything beneficial. So, we're fighting this Rocket member, and like I said, these fights become simple. So we got confused there. There's another example of us being slow. So now here's a super duper nerd who's trying to hoard his fossils, not share with us. So Grimer, get the knockout. Very good. There's one knockout. Voltrobe. There's not one. Voltrobe's pretty bulky. And the last one, Coughing. There we go. And we get the Dome Fossil. All hail the Dome Fossil. Moving on to Misty's Gym. Now, Misty's Gym is going to be a cakewalk. And the reason why is Misty has good AI. So what that means is we are water psychic. She is water. Let me phrase that. Staryu is water. That's her first Pokemon. Okay? Her second Pokemon is water psychic. It's just like us. So the first Pokemon will not use water moves. She's going to use Tackle. Because she can look at us and say, like, oh, that's a water Pokemon. My water moves are not going to be that effective. Let's use something else. And she'll just default to Tackle. Okay? The second Pokemon, kind of the same thing. So we can use Confusion or Headbutt or whatever to beat the first Pokemon. Second Pokemon, Water Gun and Confusion for us probably won't do as much damage as Headbutt. So Headbutt will be the default we do. Now, we could just use Bide in hindsight, because she really only has one move she can do, that and the next defend. So she could use Bide, or we should just use Bide. It would have made the battle go faster. But we just used Headbutt and knock her out. So Staryu comes out, we do a Headbutt, and a Headbutt will be a 3-hit knockout. Very good, and one more. So she's doing about 7 per hit. There's X defend. And I think this battle would have been over faster, but the X defend upped her defense. So, but yeah, this is fine. We're doing good. But Bide would have knocked this out quicker. But hindsight's 20/20, and we get to level 23, so that's good. Now we move on to face our rival on Nugget Bridge. This rival can be tricky. Again, we're slower than her Pidgey, so her Pidgey could just start sand attacking us all day. And there's a sand attack. That's a great way to start this battle. So Gust, Bubble Beam, so another sand attack. Missed the sand attack, ironic, but it missed it. Headbutt, 1-hit knockout on the Abra. Rattata, Headbutt, we miss again. Bubble Beam, very good. Now this can get tricky with Bulbasaur, which Bulbasaur should be evolved. It's frustrating me about our rival. That Pokemon should be evolved. It's level 17. It evolves at level 16. But we get the knockout. Not a hard fight. It's just the fact that we went second, so the only reason that is. Now, I show these hikers for reasons. You saw the last video. Last video was Ponyta and Rapidash. When you don't have, sometimes you don't have a move that's in any way, shape, or form effective. Now, in our case, we're water psychic, so both water and psychic would be just fine to knock out all 4 of these Pokemon. But Bubble Beam gets the knockout for all of them except Machop. I should have gone with Confusion for Machop. Get the knockout, very good. And then the Geodude knockout, very good. There's a trainer. We saved Bill from his weird experiment. Now we're facing Sandy. Now she has a lot of Pidgeys, and I didn't heal before this, so this could have been scary. Now luckily she's not sand attacking me. So there's one. Quick attack. I'll take a quick attack all day, but then I miss. So that's fun. And I miss again. Very good. We get the knockout and level up. And we don't need Growl. Growl would have been useful earlier, but we don't need it now. And then one last Pidgey. This gets scary because then we get a crit and knock her out. Very good. Moving on to one of my favorite NPCs. Really is good for my setups. We use a Spearow. Take it to 0. Take it to Spearow. He pecks us. Eradicate gets eradicated with a... Oh, not a 1-hit. I'm sorry. 2 hits. Oh, we almost got knocked out there. That was scary. But now we're moving on to the SSN. The SSN, not a lot goes on the SSN. You get a rare candy, and you fight your rival. You get cut, but you also get this move right here, Body Slam. Since we got some mass, Body Slam is going to be very nice to have. It'll really help us going forward. So now we're going to teach it. There we go. We're going to teach it. We're probably going to, what move we're going to override here? Did we override Headbutt? Yeah, Headbutt, okay. We got Dig too. Dig's not the greatest move to have with this Pokemon. It's good to have in general, but it's just not like a stab move or anything. So, we get Pidgeotto. We probably should have gone for, not Bubble Beam, we should have gone for Body Slam. It might have been a 1-hit. So we get the knockout. Eradicate's up. Eradicate. Ooh, eradicate. Kadabra, this will be a 1-hit if we hit Kadabra. Very good. And then the last one, Ivysaur, it will not be a 1-hit. However, Vine Whip does a decent amount of damage, to be honest with you. So Body Slam should be a 1-hit. Very good. Now, our rival doesn't have good AI till the end of the game. He just does random moves. Now, this was a risk I took. Lieutenant Surge is the electric gym trainer. Okay? Again, we go second. So that leaves us susceptible to some bad things that could happen. So I get Thunder Wave right here, and it could lock me into not being able to attack. And luckily, that's not the case. I keep using Dig. A Dig is a ground type move, so I get the knockout. But it could have been bad with being paralyzed. So then we get through Rock Tunnel. Rock Tunnel didn't have anything challenging. The Hiker in Rock Tunnel, it was one hit across the board because we're water type and he is rock type. So we beat this NPC. He's blocking the button that opens up the secret door to get into Rocket Game Corner Hideout. And we beat him, and we move on, and we're fighting Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Now, getting to this city usually opens up a lot of things for us. So one, we got Psychic. So Psychic actually is the most powerful move we can get in Gen 1 as a Psychic Pokemon. So see, now it's trying to teach us Water Gun, and we're just way ahead of this part of the game. So Psychic, we get Psychic. Most powerful move we can learn. Very good. Okay? The second thing we can do, the second thing we get, and I don't have this move taught yet, is we actually get the move Ice Beam. Ice Beam will help us later because we have the Elite Four. I don't need to teach it right now. Bubble Beam does just fine. So it's not like a necessity that I have. But we can get that as well. And is there any other moves that we can get in here? No, we just got Psychic. Okay. So now we're about to take... we got to finish off Tweedledee and Tweedledum. These fights aren't that hard. But you see in this video how I'm poisoned a lot more often than I have been in the past. So if you see what happened there, remember how I said that if a Pokemon chooses Wrap and they keep choosing it, if they outspeed, I'll never get an attack off? That was an example of that happening right there. So now I'm poisoned still. There is an inherent strategy to being poisoned sometimes. Sometimes if you're poisoned, it's good because if you go to a battle where someone can confuse you or put you to sleep or paralyze you, they can't because you already have a status condition. So it can be a good thing. I'm not saying there's an inherent benefit to being poisoned. You lose health. But it does happen. If you knock someone out, you don't take any damage either. So now we're facing our 5th rival fight. Body Slam should be the... Oh, Psychic might be a one-hit. No, it's not. Okay, Body Slam gets a knockout. Very good. Moving on to Gyarados. And Gyarados is a cheater. So he has Hydro Pump. So Body Slam. It's I think it's like a 3-hit. Even with Psychic, it's a 3-hit. Dragon Rage takes us down to 58 health. That's a lot of damage done. Should be a 1-hit with Growlithe. And we haven't outsped anyone yet. Body Slam, very good. And now Ivysaur. Is Psychic a 1-hit? It is a 1-hit, very good. So that's the poison type getting hit there. So we get through Pokemon Tower. Nothing special happens there. However, we do get the Koga's Gym. Now, Koga's Gym should be the gym we obliterate. Because it's it's a poison type Pokemon. And we are Psychic type. However, as everyone knows, if you've ever seen my channel, that's not what's in his gym. His gym is loaded up with a bunch of Psychic Pokemon. So it could be tricky. Luckily, we have some a decent move set where we can counter all these things. Like if someone has a Psychic Pokemon, Psychic won't do squat. But Body Slam could be useful. Headbutt can be useful. Dig can be useful, so on and so forth. So we just gotta get through these trainers. And we're at level 38, which isn't too bad. So I said earlier, we're kind of in a slower level up group. So getting to level, we're almost at level 40 before we face Koga, so that's good. And really the biggest part of this game is soon we're going to get a move that's going to really help us with a lot of these battles. So like I said, a lot of these battles, we are not attacking first. We are attacking second, which means we're getting poisoned, which means we're taking more damage than need be. But here soon, we're going to learn a move. And I didn't mention this already, but we did level up the Slowbro. So we got a little bit of a boost in a bunch of stats, including speed. But still, at this point in the game, we're just not faster than a bunch of other Pokemon unless we're way over leveled. And we're not way over leveled. We're only 5 levels higher than Sandslash. So, we're not. But we're getting a move here soon that will give us the ability to actually badge boost. And we'll be able to boost our stats, which will also boost our speed. So whenever you beat certain gym leaders in Pokemon 1, you get benefits from that. So first gym, you get Bide. So you beat Brock, you get Bide, which is a move. And you also get a boost in your attack stat by 12.5%. Okay? When you beat Misty, you get the ability to use Cut. You also get the ability to use Flash when you beat Brock. Misty, you get the ability to use Cut. And you also can use Pokemon. You can use Pokemon from someone else up to level 30. So it just opens up your ability to use Pokemon, and every odd number gym leader, so Lieutenant Surge gives you a boost in your defense. This trainer right here will give me a boost in my speed. So that's where Koga comes in handy. So here's the battle with Koga. Honestly, should not be a difficult battle at all. So we use Withdrawal. Withdrawal does the badge boost, but its base is your defense gets upped. And we get poisoned, which isn't a big deal. So as long as we knock him out, we won't take any damage from poison. So that's not a one hit. And this got tricky right here because we keep missing. And we get poisoned. And we keep missing. Okay, we hit. Okay, good. So now we have another coughing. It should be a one hit. And wheezing, I think, is a one hit. Or it's close to a one hit. Okay, it's not a one hit. But second one is a knockout. Very good. So now we get the win. We move on to battle Blaine. Blaine will not be difficult. We have Surf at this point. And we're just going to use Amnesia, and he's going to boost our special, but it does the badge boost, which is better than Withdrawal. It just does a better job. So there's one hit knockout. There's two knockouts. Did we get 3? We get 3. Did we get 4? We get 4. And a knockout. Very good. So now we move on from Blaine, and we take on our 5th rival fight. Our 6th rival fight. This should be, it usually can be a tough battle. It just depends. But I think we can take them out pretty handily. With Amnesia, it'll make the battle much easier. So Amnesia, once, twice, 3 times, and we should be able to sweep his entire team. Nope. Body Slam, very good. One hit knockout. Gyarados. Body Slam is not a one hit, but it's a 2 hit. Take a little bit of damage. What we don't want to do right here is level up in the middle of battle. So we get Leered, which actually boosts our attack some more. Alakazam Body Slam should do the trick. If we can hit. There we go. Body Slam. Now we just leveled up, so all the badge boosting we just did is gone. Pardon me, I got a frog in my throat today. And I think that damn Pidgey got off I should use Psychic here. This is my stupidity. If we win, it's mainly because of his stupidity. And he's paralyzed, thank God. But we can't hit attack because we got... Stupid. Alright, so we're going to fight this battle again. And hopefully we don't level up in the middle of battle. So we're going to fight our rival again. And we should have won this game if we did. I should have just gone for Psychic. He's grass poison. I should have gone for Psychic. That was dumb on my part. However, we're going to do Amnesia again. We're not going to get sand attacked. Okay, good. So now we should be able to one-shot his entire team and not worry about, they're very good, not missing attacks. So there's one knockout. Gyarados, I should use Psychic here, but I think I might be saving Psychic for Giovanni. One hit knockout, very good. Alakazam, Body Slam should be a one hit. We still don't outspeed. So we've badge boosted enough that we don't outspeed Alakazam still. And then Body Slam again. Body Slam again, and then one more, and Razor Leaf knocks us out. So, I don't know, 2 in a row, I just don't want to waste time. So think of what I do from here is we move on, and I just go face this place. So this is kind of the downside to being in a slow level up group. What really needed to happen there is I needed to just go get a level real quick, and go level up real quick. Because what happens, I kept leveling up in the middle of battle, and if you've watched my video, it's a badge boost glitch. If you level up in battle, it resets your stats back to what it should be, not the modified stats that the badge boost causes. So when you level up, you lose your speed, you lose your defense, you lose your everything except for the stat it's supposed to modify special. So Body Slam wasn't special, Psychic was. That's my error in that battle. So I could have saved a couple more minutes in this playthrough by just using that move properly and using Psychic rather than Body Slam on the Venusaur. However, doing this gets us a couple levels. So that's the benefit of this. We walk in here at level 45. We're level 46 right now. And I don't know if we're going to level up in this battle or the next one. I hope so. And then get a knockout. Very good. And now we're facing the leader of Cobra Kai. Johnny. Sweep the leg. Okay. So these fights are not very hard. We have stab. We're over leveled. Or we're higher leveled. Not over leveled. We're higher leveled. Let me phrase that. One hit knockout. Very good. And one-hit knockout, very good. And we don't level up again. And now we're going to face him one more time. We should have won the first time if we just used Psychic. I want to make that clear. I just don't know why I used Body Slam. Psychic would have been a one-hit. He's Grass Poison. Alright, so Amnesia. Let's go for this again. 1, 2, and 3. So we're set up. Now we need to use Psychic, one-hit knockout. Yep. Gyarados, Psychic, one-hit knockout. Very good. See how much drastically different this battle goes when I use Psychic? Body Slam. Should be a one-hit. Very good. We use Body Slam on Alakazam because, one, he's resistant to us, and two, Alakazam has a low defense. So anything physically hitting him will actually do way more damage. And now we're facing Giovanni. And his Widow's Peak. Nidorano. Surf is a one-hit. Very good. We should one-shot his entire team. I don't know if this will one-shot Kangaskhan or not. It does. Okay, good. Rhyhorn will be a one-shot. And Nidoqueen, I think, is a one-shot. And it is. Very good. So we sweep his entire team. We should be moving on to Sabrina now. Yeah, Sabrina. So Sabrina will not be able to do much to us, but we will be able to do a decent amount to her because we have just so much more coverage. So we're gonna go ahead and Amnesia. We're gonna boost our stats a little bit. We don't really. I don't think we actually could have won. We could have won this battle without badge boosting here, because Body Slam is gonna sweep most of her team, regardless of stat boost, because a lot of Psychic Pokemon don't have good defense. They have good special. And in Gen 1, actually, Alakazam tanked a Body Slam. So we might not be able to knock out the Alakazam with that. But I might have got a critical hit. It might have caused that not to work. So this almost happened. I watched a YouTuber named JRose11. He always misses out on Erica, because Erica is one you just skip over, and there's nothing necessary about it. And I skipped over for two reasons. One, we're water type. So grass and water don't mix. Okay, you knock us out pretty easy. But this battle is trivial because a lot of Pokemon are grass poison and they're weak to my Psychic move. But if you watch JR's11, he almost always misses Erica because she's not essential to get through anything. You need Koga to get Surf. You need Blaine to do X, Y, and Z. You have to beat Silph Coat. Like, a lot of things in the game are essential to move on. Erica you can skip over. So there's nothing special about Erica. She does give you strength, I guess. But Giovanni in his gym, it's a one-shot across the board for every one of her Pokemon. They're not difficult. We are Water Psychic. We have Surf. All of his Pokemon are Ground or Rock type of some variety. So now we're moving on to our 7th rival fight. I named him Fred, by the way. I couldn't think of a name, and I opened the game and I couldn't think of a name, and I was like, you know what, just gonna go for it. Fred. Never named someone Fred. And Pidgeot. So let's set up Amnesia. There's one Amnesia, there's two Amnesias, and there's three Amnesias. And again, not going first, but Psychic, or Surf. Now I outspeed Pidgeot. Never outsped him until Amnesia. Surf again. Rhyhorn gets knocked out. We don't want to level up in battle. That's a big no-no. Psychic is a one-hit on the Gyarados. Growlithe should be a one-hit with Surf. Very good. And now we have Alakazam. Alakazam should be a one-hit with Body Slam. Psybeam does nothing. We tank it. Body Slam does not knock out. Dang, that's kind of dumb, but okay. Psychic, one-hit knockout. See, if I'd just done Psychic on that one move, I'd save myself like 5 minutes. And we probably didn't have to fight Cobra Kai. So now, after beating rival number 7, we move on to the Elite Four. Elite Four, there's not really any challenges in the Elite Four, other than the fact we may not go first, so that could put us in a bind against Agatha. But Amnesia, Dugong ain't going to do much. It's going to see us as Psychic and Water, and so Ice doesn't do much to Water, so he's going to use odd moves. I've never seen him use Takedown other than against his Pokemon. Psychic against Cloyster, it's a knockout. Hey, Slowbro, hey, that's us. And Psychic's a one-hit with Slowbro. Now we move on to Jinx. Jinx should be a one-hit with Body. No, it's not a one-hit with Body Slam. So Jinx is scary because she has Ice Punch. She could freeze us. And then Lapras Psychic is a one-hit knockout. So Lorelei, not very tough at all. Moving on to Bruno. Bruno, we never talk about him much. It's really called Bruno in the Elites because he's not elite himself. It's like a really weird rock band. But Bruno, just to be safe, we set up Amnesia. Just for precautionary measures. and he just boosted his. He really wants his stats boost, his defense boosted. He used a harden and 2x defense rather than actually attacking us. So knockout on Hitmonchan, knockout on Hitmonlee, very good. There's 3 knockouts. Should be a 1-hit on the Onix. He still outspeeds us. And then the last Pokemon is Machamp, and does he take this like a Machamp? No, he does not. So get the knockout, moving on to from Bruno to Agatha. Now Agatha is a tricky one. We do not go first. We do not go first against Agatha. She outspeeds us. And we can't exactly sit here and badge boost all day because she can put us to sleep. So now we're confused. So we're going to go for Amnesia one more time. If we hit it one more Amnesia, we are completely set up. Now we can sweep her whole team with Psychic. That's not an issue. It's just that when you go for these badge boosts, you don't attack her and you leave yourself susceptible to being attacked by her. She puts you to sleep, she can paralyze you. Agatha is really what J-Rose11 calls the Agatha lottery. Confusion, sleep, poison powder, paralyze. She can do all those things to you without any kind of like. She doesn't even think twice about doing those things. So we beat her and we move on to Lance. Lance pretty much is going to be a cakewalk. We have Amnesia, so we're going to use Amnesia, and we just took a Hyper Beam like a champ. We didn't do any damage to us. The Body Slam. We're going to get Body Slam one more time. He's going to heal, and we're just going to go for Ice Beam. It's a 1-hit. Very good. Okay. Dragonair. Ice Beam is going to sweep his entire team. We already badge boosted. We're boosted our stats. And Dragon is super weak to Ice. And not to mention with Aerodactyl, he's Dragon flying. So, and then Ice Beam one more time. Very good. Get the knockout. Lance is super easy in this playthrough. And now we're moving on to the champion. So at 23 minutes, we potentially have a chance to have our last battle with the champion. As usual, we sent out a Pidgeot. As usual, we go for Amnesia. He's going to go set up for Sky Attack. He misses, thank goodness. Now, if you didn't know this, I turn off the battle animations. But when you fight the final battle in the game, it automatically turns them back on. There's no way to not do that. So, that's why you're seeing these battle animations now. I've never explained that before, but it is an automatic metric in the game that as soon as you fight the championship, for the championship, it turns the battle animations back on. So that's why you're seeing battle animations. So we've swept everyone into the team. Now we're down to Gyarados. Gyarados gets a full restore. Now, was that a range or was that? It was a range. I guess that's what we do. So Ice Beam, froze him, and now we have 2 Pokemon left. Surf will be a 1-hit with Arcanine, and the last Pokemon will be Venusaur. Ice Beam should one-shot the Venusaur. Very good. So I'm spamming A, trying to get this in under an hour and 25 minutes. It won't get to an hour and 25 minutes. But where I'm spamming it, I'm just hitting that A button like A. Just tapping it as fast as I can to get this in an hour and 25 minutes. We don't, but an hour and 25 minutes and some seconds is a very respectable run by any Pokemon. So, and let's see the final time. It's Slowbro, level 68. We didn't get 69. So, coming in at 1 hour and 20 minutes and 8 seconds. Very good time. So I'm going to go ahead and unpause it for a second because he wants to, there we go. Okay, I'll leave it there. So, this Pokemon, being the slowest Pokemon in the game, you'd think this would be one of the slowest runs in the game because it provides all these challenges. However, Slowpoke, its typing 1, gives it a lot of wiggle room when it comes to overcoming these challenges, when it comes to its speed and not going first and getting paralyzed and poisoned. So it definitely has some ways to overcome those challenges. Its moveset is fantastic. It's probably one of the best movesets in the game that I played with. The only one I'd say rivals it is just as good. I would say is Poliwrath is pretty good, and maybe the Nidoking and Nidoqueen line have pretty good coverage as well. So all in all, I was very impressed with this Pokemon. Now I got some announcements to make. So what I'm going to start doing from now on after this video is we're going to start having a predictions video that's going to launch in the beginning of the week. So probably on Tuesdays. We're going to launch a prediction video. It's going to be less than 10 minutes. It'll go over the stats of the Pokemon. It'll go over the moves, just like it does in our prediction. But we'll have that at the beginning of the week, kind of to pump up and boost the end of the week. So on Tuesdays, we're going to launch our prediction video. And on Fridays, we're going to launch the actual playthrough. So what this does is if you want to watch the prediction stuff, you can. It's separate. But if you don't have to. And now you can just watch the playthrough, which will usually be a little bit shorter because you don't have the prediction part attached to it. So that's what's going to happen going forward. And I hope you like my new overlay. I have a new overlay coming that I think everyone's going to enjoy. It's a little bit more retro. When you're going to feel more immersed in like you're playing a Game Boy game. Just put it that way. All right. So I want to thank everyone for watching. This has been JD's Nerdverse. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. What did you think of the playthrough? I thought at the time 1 hour and 28 minutes. It's one of my best runs yet. With the slowest Pokemon, and honestly, like I said, I pinpointed like 2 or 3 examples when I could have probably saved some time if I'd have just used Psychic against our 6th rival fight. I probably wouldn't have to go fight that other gym. That took probably about 5 minutes to do. So I could have got this. Maybe I got this in an hour and 20 minutes with those things. So, want to thank everyone for watching. Thanks for watching JD's Nerdverse, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.